Nottingham Forest 4-3 Southampton. Taiwo Awoniyi scores twice as Forest move out of relegation zone. With a 4-3 victory over Southampton, Nottingham Forest increased its lead over Southampton in the Premier League standings by 3 points. Forest's fight for top-flight survival was launched by Taiwo Awoniyi's early double, which helped Forest to a significant home victory. With only 3 games remaining in the season, the outcome pushes Southampton closer to the relegation zone as they are currently 8 points from safety. With a 4-3 victory over Southampton, whose relegation from the Premier League is now all but a mathematical certainty, Nottingham Forest jumped out of the relegation zone. A brace from Taiwo Awoniyi, both of which were crisp close-range finishes, gave Forest a sizable lead as they took advantage of the visitors' terrible defending. When Southampton made a good break, Carlos Alcaraz grabbed a goal back for them, but Morgan Gibbs-White's goal from the penalty spot gave Forest a 2-goal advantage at the break. A tense second half was brought on by Lyanco's second goal for the Saints from a corner, and James Ward-Prowse's deliveries kept the shaky Forest backline on its toes. Danilo, who had been set up by a beautiful Gibbs-White flick, finished off a sharp move to make it 4-2, calming home crowd tension. Currently, Danilo has scored in 3 straight games. After Felipe had a 5th home goal disallowed for offside, Ward-Prowse converted a late penalty for Southampton, but it was only a consolation. The victory, which is Forest's second in as many games, moves them up to 16th place with 33 points, 3 points ahead of Fulham losing Leicester City in 18th. With only 3 games remaining, Southampton, who are in last place, has 24 points and is 8 points away from safety. Talking point: Forest takes significant step towards safety. Given the opponents, Forest had to win this game if they wanted to compete in the Premier League the next year. They provided. Although Forest are currently out of the relegation zone, they are by no means out of the woods just yet. If this is to serve as a springboard for survival, improvement will probably be required over the next 3 games, and it must be kept in mind that Saints are the poorest team in the division. 2 of Forest's remaining 3 games are away from home, despite the fact that they have only once won away from home this season. Arsenal, who is vying for the championship, is the other. For Steve Cooper and team, there is still plenty to do, but for tonight, the work is finished. Player of the match: Morgan Gibbs-White, Nottingham Forest. Gibbs-White frequently maneuvered into dangerous situations, and Southampton was unable to anticipate his deft movement. While Danilo's goal had an excellent touch, his penalty attempt was not as strong but still acceptable, much like this Forest performance. No player has helped Forest score or assist more goals this year than Gibbs-White. Player ratings: Nottingham Forest, Navis 7, Aurier 5, Felipe 7, Nyakate 6, Lodi 5, Mandela 5, Yates 5, Danilo 7, Gibbs-White 8, Johnson 7, Awoniyi 8. Subs: Worrell 6, Kuyate 5, Surridge 5, Toffolo 5, Bowley 5. Southampton: McCarthy 5, Walker-Peters 5, Bednarik 5, Bellacott-Chap 4, Maitland-Niles 4, Lavia 5, Ward-Prowse 5, S. Armstrong 4, Walcott 4, Alcaraz 6, Adams 4. Subs: Lyanco 6, Sulemana 5, Onuachu 5, A. Armstrong 4, E-Z. Match highlights: Forest take the lead 18-foot quick Forest break and lead against the flow of play. With a long ball, Danilo unleashes Johnson, who then squares for Awoniyi to score. Awoniyi doubles Forest lead 21-foot, he's at it once more. Deep inside their own half, Southampton loses the ball and is unable to recover it. An unbalanced eventually, Danilo flicks the ball in Awoniyi's direction, and the powerful striker scores on the turn. Saints pull one back 25-foot when Southampton mishandles the ball at midway and a 3-on-1 break results. Forest gives Southampton a chance to recover. Armstrong receives the ball from Adams, and he gives it a selfless cross that Alcaraz has time to receive before prodding beyond Navis. Penalty to Forest 42-foot as Maitland-Niles prepares to clear, Johnson gets a toe on the ball, and the Southampton player promptly kicks Johnson. A simple choice. Gibbs-White takes responsibility and scores 44-foot. Yates tries to keep the ball, but instead gives it to Gibbs White. Despite McCarthy touching the ball with his feet, the shot is down the middle and the consequence is a goal. Lyanco gets Saints back in it. 51-foot Lyanco meets a corner from an in-swinging Ward-Prowse, and his close-range header is too strong for Navas to stop. Danilo restores 2-goal lead. 73-foot Danilo fires into the roof of the net after Gibbs White expertly flicks Johnson's low right-side cross into his path. Penalty to Southampton. 90 plus 4 foot after Lavia squares to a teammate following a corner, Surridge kicks Lavia, awarding Southampton a penalty. The captain scores 90 plus 6 foot. Southampton has some hope thanks to Ward-Prowse's goal after a protracted VAR review. Key stat: the only team Forest has defeated both at home and away this season, Southampton, has been the target of half of Awoni's 6 Premier League goals. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. SportsJin.